Escaping from urban life can lead to an ocean of possibilities.
And there's the sea. From your living room.
You might start off standing out from the herd.
Well, they seem to like you better than me, Bryony, already.
I think actually they like my coat.
But when you find the perfect spot, you'll soon feel right at home.
It's the proper escape to the country.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Let us tempt you to tee off a Scottish escape. We're going the full course in a region that's well above par when it comes to coastline, culture, and community. Yes, it's fabulous Fife. The Scots hold Fife in pretty high regards. So much so, in fact, that they don't just call it Fife, they call it the Kingdom of Fife, making it beautiful and majestic. Located on the east coast of Scotland, Fife forms a natural peninsula between two estuaries. The south, bounded by the Firth of Forth, shows its industrial heritage, whilst the rugged and rural north is bounded by the Firth of Tay.
Fife is a special and varied region with 117 miles of coastline, beautiful little fishing villages with colourful harbours and pastel-coloured houses.
As well as the daily catch, the village of Pittenweem reels in around 20,000 visitors to its annual arts festival, one of the many attractions of life in Fife.
I was originally a southerner, been south for many years, and came up here on holidays with family and fell in love with it. I gave work a go up here and found myself up here ever since. It's got beaches, it's got countryside, the people are really friendly, the county just has a lot to offer.
Buying your first home is a really big deal. It certainly was for me. I'm just hoping that today's escapees share my enthusiasm, especially as their first step onto the property ladder together is a huge move. I'd say around 500 miles.
Hello, my name's Anya.
And I'm Emma. This is the flat that we rent in Brighton.
So we're walking near the sea, and this is our favourite spot in Brighton.
Yes.
Civil partners Emma and Anya love living by the sea on England's south coast. But something they want to wave off is the tide of traffic on their doorstep.
It's very busy here and cars usually drive way too fast.
We're looking to move to Fife because it's got a lot of coastline and it feels like it's connected to the Highlands if we want to go and explore even more beautiful rural areas as well. I think probably the most important aspect of our life for both of us is our cats. This is Peanut, our 1-year-old cat, who me and Anya got together, and this is Moisey.
At the moment we actually don't have a garden, and I think it would be really, really nice to kind of see how they explore the outside world.
Herbalist Anya moved to Brighton from Brussels in 2018, and Emma, who works as a carer, has been there for near on a decade. For some peace from the city hubbub, a vital part of their shared life together is their ritual morning cuppa.
Tea meditation plays a really important role in our lives. It is actually how we met. I would organise LGBT-only tea spaces, and Emma came to one of those.
This is where we drink tea together and try to relax. It's also where we keep all our clothes and a load of other junk. It'd be nice to have a bit more space for it all and somewhere separate to have our tea. We're both feeling like we need a rest from busy city life, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really looking forward to adventures in Fife.
Yeah.
Cash buyers, they have a budget of £400,000 to make their first purchase together, but would consider borrowing more to obtain their dream home. They need at least 2 bedrooms, a kitchen with room to eat in, and a dedicated area for their tea meditations. Outside space is a top priority, and they'd like to be within walking distance of water, such as the sea or a loch.
Good morning, this is Vice Kingdom FM, it's Dave and Vanessa.
Good morning, and I love this. Bryony May Williams and the Escape to the Country team are in Fife this week.
Yeah, it's exciting. If you do see them, don't hesitate to give them a big, warm welcome.
How lovely is that, getting a shout out on the radio? I mean, community is obviously a big deal up here, and it's going to be really important for Emma and Anya as well, because they're moving all the way from Brighton up here to Scotland. So thanks very much for that, Fife.
The first property we've got lined up is in the village of Fordell. But before I reveal that, I want to ask them about their priorities for the move.
Emma and Anya, it's so lovely to meet you.
Yeah, lovely to meet you too.
Nice to meet you. Now, first things first, I've got to ask you about this dedicated tea room. Now, I love a cuppa, but I normally have mine on the sofa.
We like to sit and have tea and meditate, and it would be really nice to have its own space so you're not thinking about other things.
And it would be really nice to have like a nice calming space just for our tea meditations.
Yeah.
And in terms of what you're looking for, what's more important to you? Is it the property itself, or is it the lifestyle change?
It's definitely the property. I think our idea of the perfect house is there's a big question mark over it really, but the outside, we'd like space outside so we can have chickens and a veg patch.
Yeah.
And not sort of step out onto a main road.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can see Anya's like, yes, that is what I want.
That is what I want, definitely, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, we've got so much to explore. So are you ready?
Yes.
Should we get going?
Yes.
Excellent.
Just under 10 minutes drive away from our viewing in Fordell is the town of Cowdenbeath. It grew up in the mid-19th century due to the nearby coalfields and even had a dedicated mining school. But education these days is offered in 3 primary schools and 1 secondary. It's well connected with the train station offering a half-hourly service to Edinburgh. Back in the village of Fordell, it's a whole different story and hopefully a real breath of fresh country air for Emma and Anya, as their very first viewing together is in a location surrounded by fields with the cutest of neighbours right on the doorstep. Oh, look at the little lamb.
Here we are.
Okay. Very exciting.
You're very excited.
It looks quite big.
It looks really big, yeah.
So this is actually an old schoolhouse.
Oh, wow.
And it was where the headmaster used to live.
Yeah.
And it goes back to the 1800s, so it's got a lot of history to it.
It looks really pretty, and I've heard some sheep, so that's very exciting. Good neighbours.
So far, so good?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. First house you're viewing together. Very special moment. Let's see if I can make it 1-for-1 with this one.
Built from brick in the 1890s and more recently rendered, we're taking the side door into this substantial semi.
Come on in.
And passing through a utility area into the kitchen breakfast room.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of space, places to sit whilst you're preparing food. I don't think we'd be in a rush to change anything.
No.
Does it feel like it's enough space for you?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Do you want to see some more?
Yes, please.
Okay, right, let's head through into this room. So here we've got the formal dining room.
Oh, yeah.
Little office cubby in there.
That is very
very
sweet.
cute.
Exiting the dining room via the front entrance hall.
Can we please take note of the glorious tartan carpet?
Excellent.
Hello, Scotland.
We pass the first of 4 bedrooms, a ground floor double.
And come on through to this beautiful living area.
Oh, wow. Look at that fireplace.
It's a lot of space. Yeah, the fireplace is beautiful and the panels on the side.
It's amazing.
And there's so much sun coming in so far in all the rooms.
If you have a look at the view as well.
Wow.
Would this be somewhere you think you could use as your tea meditation room?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Do you want to have a look upstairs?
Yes.
Shall we embrace the tartan carpet?
Yes, please.
I think we should.
top marks for this Scottish schoolhouse so far. There's also a ground floor shower room and a sunroom with a peaceful outlook. At the top of the stairs, the tartan leads on to 2 guest bedrooms, starting with the smallest on offer and a second bedroom with built-in wardrobes. There's a family bathroom with combined bath and shower that serves all bedrooms on this floor. Although the last and largest room, bedroom 4, has an additional bonus facility.
This is actually a little ensuite toilet.
Oh, great.
Which is really handy, actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, in terms of size, what's this like compared to your bedroom in the flat?
Literally just the bed fits in our bedroom.
That's such an improvement.
And beautiful view.
I know, look at that. Actual rolling hills out the window.
Yeah.
We're not near a road at all, so every room it's quiet.
So how am I doing?
Really, really well.
Yeah, really well.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, we've seen most of it now. Should we go out and have a proper look at the garden?
Yes.
And there's a lot to take in outside, with the majority of the garden sitting to the front of the property. South facing, there's around 1/4 of an acre with fruit trees, a raised vegetable patch, and enough space for a few hens.
I know that outdoor space is incredibly important to you.
Yeah.
Would this outdoor space work for you?
Yeah, this is enough, I think.
Yeah, it would work. Like, I wouldn't say no to a bigger space, but I'd be very happy with this.
I wonder if you can beat this with the 2 other properties. Should we just give up now?
Oh, wow, okay. Yes. All right. Wow. We haven't talked about the price yet, which I'm sure you're very, very curious about.
Yeah.
Have you got in your minds what you think the house is on the market for?
Like, there's so much space inside and outside that I think I've decided I'm going to say offers over £375,000.
All right.
Okie dokie.
I was going to say 385 offers
Okay.
over, yeah.
So this house is actually on the market for offers over £410,000.
Yeah.
Do you think that could be manageable?
Yeah, if we made the decision to go for it, we could make it work, I think.
Yeah.
This 19th century former schoolhouse is a little over the £400,000 limit Emma and Anya have set us. But it's good to know these cash buyers might be willing to boost their budget for the right property. With a kitchen breakfast room, 2 reception rooms, a sunroom and 4 bedrooms, plus a sizable garden, the space here gives them a lot of scope for a new life in Fife.
This is really like an amazing space.
The views are amazing.
I'd want bird feeders like there.
Yes.
And then we can sit here and watch the birds.
Yeah, I could definitely imagine living here. I'm looking forward to looking at the other houses, but I could be really happy with this one.
I think missing from here for me would be I'd like to be near the sea.
So how did I do?
Amazing, yeah, well done.
Anything I can improve on?
I don't think we need as much house.
Yeah. Something near the sea, a little bit smaller, and I would not mind a slightly bigger garden.
If possible.
If possible.
If
Well, let's see what I can do.
All right.
Fife has all the calm and quiet Emma and Anya are after. But to show them that doesn't mean compromising on shops and services, we've arranged a trip to a seaside town. Kicking off with a word from the locals.
The spelling of Kirkcaldy, I have no idea why it has an L in it. My mother's English from Hull, and she still sometimes says Kirkcaldy, but it is pronounced Kirkcaldy.
Also known as Langtown or Longtown, due to its lengthy main street, Kirkcaldy isn't short on appeal. Typical Fife buildings of red pantile or slate roofs with crow-step gables
So pretty.
It is cool.
are joined by civic sandstone architecture.
This month in Kirkcaldy we have the Links Market, and that's the longest street fair in Europe with amusements and shows. We have the Breakout Festival on the Prom, which is 3 days of bands, Scottish bands as well. And we have the King's Theatre, which is just up the road there, which is the oldest King's Theatre in Scotland.
bus and train links take in destinations including the city of Edinburgh, around a 40-minute ride away. All this means the town is now really coming into its own. Something that Colin Wallace, who moved here from London 9 years ago, is keen to celebrate.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Sorry about the weather.
He now runs the town's community webpage.
It's a town that's very much on the up. We suffered for a while from, big business moving out, particularly on the high street, retailers moving out to retail parks, moving to online. But what's happened is, as they have moved out, independent businesses have moved in. And that's been a total game changer for the town. A lot of the businesses that we see opening up now are owned by local people. They're providing for the local economy.
What are the places that you suggest we go to?
There are really interesting places to eat. From one end of the high street to the other, you can eat in practically every country, around. We even have a Japanese fusion restaurant, which opened up a couple of years ago. There are any number of lovely shops to visit. There's a shop just up the road. They sell lots of local produce, and it's a no-waste emporium, they call it. So you bring your own, it's very sustainable. You bring your own containers.
The Zero Waste Shop opened here in 2019 and is just one of the initiatives to make life in Fife more eco-friendly.
You've got a really fantastic plastic-free reduction network. They've been involved in this banning single-use plastic initiative consultations, and there's loads and loads of sort of practical on-the-ground things that people can get involved in, whether it's a beach clean or whether it's coming to a refill shop in order to do your shopping.
It's amazing. Could we have some of the seitan and the mozzarella, please?
Absolutely.
Seems that Kirkcaldy has plenty to sustain Emma and Anya. Now to see if we can find a property that's their cup of tea too. Our second option is over the border in Perth and Kinross, in the scattered hamlet of Carpow. En route, we pass a garden centre with a farm shop and a cafe. And down a quiet lane from here, in its own waterfront position, is the unique proposition we're here to see.
Here we are.
Oh,
wow. Oh, solar panels.
Solar panels.
That is a good thing.
It's a good sign, isn't it?
It's really nice. It looks like another fairly old building.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of having a bungalow.
Well, it does date back to the 1700s, this one.
Yeah.
In the last house, you said you'd quite like to be near water. Now, it's not the sea, but just over there, 30 seconds away, is a beautiful river.
Amazing.
No.
All right, well, before we go and look at all that, we'll go and look inside.
All right.
Ready?
Cool. Yeah.
Come on then. This single-storey home started as a barn in the 18th century. It's been fully refurbished by the vendor to bring it up to the condition it's in now. A central entrance hall leads into the main open-plan kitchen and living area.
Come on through.
There's a boat.
There's a boat!
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it was actually the owner who's done this all himself. So it's all bespoke. You wouldn't find anything like this anywhere else.
I don't know what to say. It's like...
Is this good?
Yeah,
Don't know
yeah.
what to say, or bad? Don't know what to say.
Good. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's really nice.
look at this.
I know. It's like a tree in your house.
Amazing.
Yeah.
If you have a look up here, if you notice this space above,
Yeah.
that is actually a space you can use if you've got a ladder.
Yeah.
I was thinking that would be a really lovely meditation space.
That could be a really nice meditation space, yeah.
That is true.
Something really interesting about this property is this fire here and how it actually powers the hot water and the heating for the whole house. And you know those big lorries you see on the motorway and they've got the big logs on them?
Yeah.
Basically, you buy one of those big logs for about £800 and that'll last you 3 years. When energy bills are going up, that's definitely something I think would be
That's incredible.
a huge positive. And what are your thoughts on the kitchen space?
It's beautiful.
It's really beautiful, yeah. I like the colours.
I mean, you're not going to be short of storage space in here.
Yeah, it's stunning.
How would this work for you with living space?
It's slightly small, but there's less to clean here.
I like your thinking, Anya.
Yeah. Right? Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So there's 2 bedrooms to go and have a look at and a bathroom. So I'm going to let you go and have an explore.
Amazing, thank you.
My pleasure. This former barn's bespoke touches continue in the bathroom.
Oh wow. Look at that.
Nice bath.
Nice bath.
All these little things are just like, I think we'll love them.
Yeah, my eyes are like pulled in every direction. It's amazing.
Yeah, look at those taps.
And this bathroom serves a double guest bedroom.
Wow, again, beautiful.
This is another really amazing room.
I am thinking a little bit about my table.
Could it go in here?
It could go in here.
We could have a sofa bed in the living room
Yeah,
for a guest.
perfect.
I'd be happy to declutter a bit
Yeah.
to live in a space like this.
Yeah.
I feel like Emma had quite an emotional reaction to the property. They really connected with it, whereas Anya was a little bit more maybe practical about the space. Is it going to be big enough for them? Or will Emma's emotions really come forward and win the day with this one?
Completing the accommodation is the main bedroom, which is an ensuite.
This is a great room.
Beautiful.
Every bit of wood is different.
Nice.
An ensuite as well as
A bigger bathroom. Amazing.
oh wow.
Gosh. You'd think it's gonna be just a small cupboard or something.
Yeah.
Cool. Very nice.
I wouldn't mind these views from my room. Can see the river.
As well as stunning views of the river, this property enjoys private river access with its own jetty. It's an 11-mile boat ride to the city of Perth.
What is it that appeals to you about being so close to the water?
Being close to a big body of water gives me a sense of freedom.
It's got the water, tick. House, tick. Land for some animals, possibly?
There certainly is some land, 24 acres in total, that's shared with the neighbouring house. There's also attached garaging and outbuildings, including a barn and a polytunnel. Plus loads of potential for animal ambitions.
How about this for a donkey paddock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And chickens.
And chickens.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can work it on the price as well. Have you got anything in mind?
It has so many things that I would suddenly think it's at least 400,000.
Yeah, our guest offers over 380.
This property is actually on the market for offers over £320,000.
Okay.
Let's move tomorrow. Everything we ask for, everything we want.
And within for a very decent price. Yeah.
I'm going to let you go off and figure out where you want to put your donkeys, maybe where you want to put your chickens. And I'll come find you in a bit.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
See you in a bit. Ooh, I've got a good feeling about this.
This riverside 18th century barn would give them a compact and cosy home with open plan living and 2 double bedrooms. But the real bonus is the location and outside space. 24 acres of shared land that includes private river access and stunning views.
To get a little boat.
Yeah. Couldn't have a kayak or a canoe or something.
This property is exactly what we asked for. And more.
And more. And the fact that there's solar panels, this wood burner that heats up the whole place. I think for our cats that could be just the perfect cat TV.
Need to learn a lot about donkeys before we get them, but to have that possibility is great.
Now, this is it for today in terms of properties, but I really need to know some more about this tea meditation. So I'm going to take you somewhere and I'd love for you to show me if that's all right.
That's
we'd
perfect.
love to.
We'd love to.
Come on then.
We've made our way to this spectacularly located log cabin at Craighead Farm.
Now, we've been in Scotland for a little while now. Is it what you pictured? Can you really see yourself being here?
Yeah, it's a proper escape to the country.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And I see we have a lovely tea set here.
So basically, our tea ceremony is I make the tea for you. I'll first just put water in the bowls and in the teapot, which is a way of cleaning and purifying the cups. It's kind of like honouring you being here and want to make sure everything's clean.
So I don't do a lot of meditation. I'm very new at this. What sort of things should I really be thinking about? Is there any way to guide?
So there's many ways to meditate. You can, for example, concentrate on your breath. You can have a mantra.
Can you take in what you're...
You can
look outside at the beautiful view?
Yeah, the beautiful view. You can really concentrate on what you're feeling in your body, what you're tasting, what you're smelling. I'll ring a little bell to kind of like introduce the meditation, and then we basically sit for however long we want to meditate.
We've certainly found plenty to brew over here in Scotland. Well, I just hope the remaining property I've got to show them tomorrow doesn't get the silent treatment. With sea and scenery galore, it's perhaps surprising to find that property prices are lower in Fife than Scotland as a whole. Despite rising demand, the average cost of a detached home here is just under £316,000, around £14,000 below the nation's overall figure. And affordability means it's very much on the radar for first-time buyers.
A starter home in Fife, you could typically purchase 2-bedroom terrace, £80,000-90,000. That then creeps up to more of a family style 3-bedroom semi, for instance, which would be around £130,000-140,000 at this moment in time. Mortgage rates are still very realistic, so it's still a good time to buy, even though there is a lot of demand. Traditionally, when you go west or east, prices start to creep up and it's very difficult for first-time buyers, so Central Belt's probably the best place for first-time buyers to buy.
This detached 2-bedroom cottage with a south-facing garden is in an East Fife village around 6 miles from St Andrews. Enjoying incredible countryside views, it's on the market for offers over £225,000. And there's yet more stunning scenery surrounding this luxurious hilltop home. Architect designed, it has large living spaces and 4 double bedrooms. An energy performance rating of A gives it top marks for Eco Living too. It's up for sale for offers over £1.25 million. For a short break, these canvas top lodges are located just metres from the shore. Each equipped with 2 king-size doubles and 2 single beds for a range of group sizes. Early birds can watch the sunrise over the sea, whilst night hawks can cosy round the log burner. Prices for the week start at £800 in low season, rising to £1,400 in the summer, with shorter stays also available.
It's a new day here in fabulous Fife, and after yesterday's full day of excitement and meditation, there's no more time for relaxing, as there's still so much more to experience and explore. Now, there's one thing on Anya and Emma's wish list that we haven't been able to deliver on yet. So with today's mystery house, we're going to be putting it front and centre, the sea.
For my mystery option, we're heading to the coastal hamlet of Boar Hills. 4 miles away is St Andrews, a seaside town that's been making waves for centuries. Its university recently gained top spot in the Times Good University Guide. Culture buffs have a choice of museums and can visit the ruins of a 13th century castle as well as a 12th century cathedral. Known around the world as the home of golf, the sport first originated in the area. And, of course, there's the stunning coastline.
One thing we didn't see yesterday was the sea. Why is being near the sea so important to you?
I mean, it's just so beautiful. Look at that. Especially on a day like today.
It's cold, of course, but it's kind of nice. It clears your head.
Blows away the cobwebs.
Yes.
Definitely.
And I may even be able to deliver on those sea views that you've talked about.
Amazing.
Shall we?
Yes. Yeah, very curious.
All this doesn't come cheap. St Andrews has one of the most expensive streets in Scotland. 4 miles away, here in the hamlet of Boar Hills, reaching my mystery offering gives us a chance to stretch our legs. But I may need them to consider stretching their budget too.
So, this is our mystery house.
Amazing to be so close to the sea.
A lot of people want to live by the sea. It's a very, very rare find, the kind of property that doesn't come up very often.
Yeah, it's unusual.
And when it does, it gets snapped up pretty sharpish.
Yeah,
I can imagine, yeah.
The reason this is the mystery house is because where we are, it does come at a premium.
I'm aware that property prices are a bit higher here because it's so close to St Andrews.
Shall we get out of the wind and have a look inside?
Yes, please.
Built from local sandstone, the property and its adjoining neighbours started as farm buildings in the early 20th century, but were converted into homes 25 years ago. The current owners added an entrance porch which leads onto a hall and into a large reception room. Come into the living space.
It's a lot roomier than the last place. So it would be a really nice space to hang out.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And from your living room.
Good.
And we can dance in here.
We could dance in
Yeah,
here.
you can. Should we do it again?
No.
Oh, all right, I'll do it. Fine. Would you like to see some more?
Yes, please.
Come on through to the kitchen dining area. Yes, I know. Ooh, Emma spotted the beautiful sunroom that you've got out here.
Amazing. Yeah.
Possible tea room. And that leads out onto the patio. Then you've got this gorgeous dining space here, which goes round into the kitchen.
Beautiful.
I wouldn't change the units at all. They're amazing.
Yeah, exactly. There's like nothing I could think of that I would
And I like the
change.
tiles.
Yeah, they're beautiful, yeah.
Exactly what I'd want, really.
Yeah.
So far, mystery house, working
Yeah,
a
looking
little
good,
bit of magic.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, if you want to go and have a look around the rest of the house, I'll come find you when you're done.
Great. Thank you.
The accommodation upstairs provides 3 good-sized bedrooms, starting with the main double ensuite, which has an extensive sea vista.
Oh, wow. Look at that view.
It would be amazing to wake up to this. I like how it's a little bit unusual with this bit, and then the window there is also a bit unusual.
Yeah, it's a really nice space. There's a little ensuite.
Next to this is a family bathroom, which includes a power shower. This serves 2 guest bedrooms, starting with a smaller room to the back of the home.
The cats will love this.
The cats will love this.
The larger guest room has a dual aspect.
Is another really good bedroom.
Obviously, the outside space is less, so we would need to think about what we want, basically.
I feel like in this place, I'm imagining my life inside the house a lot more. It fits our needs for a house a bit better.
Yeah.
But the last one fits what we want from outside perfectly.
Yeah. Difficult one.
I've really given Emma and Anya everything that they're looking for. Not necessarily all in one property, but across the 3, they'll be able to see exactly what they want and maybe sort of refine their wish list and be a little bit more specific about what they really, really, really want from their property.
Outside, there's a west-facing patio, but the main area of garden runs east from the house towards the sea. Perhaps no donkey grazing potential here, but it does have a cabin with utilities.
Nice.
This is a perfect space for tea.
The tea cabin?
Yeah.
Tea room ticked off. Now to meditate on the mystery of what it might cost.
Have you got a price in mind as to what you think this property's on the market for?
I think it's gonna be our top budget plus, so offers over 430.
I'm gonna say £400,000.
Okay, so we talked about it earlier, obviously the location where we are, the sea views, it does come at a premium. So this house is on the market for offers over £475,000.
75. Yeah, it's a perfect house in a perfect location, and I'm not surprised that it offers over that.
If this is your dream property, with all of those factors, especially with the sea views, that it does come at a cost. And if that's something that you want to go for and that's your dream house, you might have to slightly maybe consider your options around your budget, potentially borrowing.
The couple has stated that they'd be willing to take on a small mortgage for the right home, so we felt the incredible location of this sandstone mystery house was worth the punt. With a large main reception room, a kitchen diner, 3 bedrooms plus a garden cabin, it's right on the coast with extensive sea views.
I can see why Bryony felt it worthwhile pushing the budget just to show us this house.
It is, on paper, like really perfect. I think if this house would have grabbed us just a little bit more, we would have definitely had a talk about how to make it work financially.
You sure I can't tempt you with that?
For escapees looking to keep a few animals, Fife's climate means it's great for grazing. I've heard that the green pastures near Kirkcaldy have recently welcomed a new arrival to Scotland's fields. I've come to meet Steve Mitchell and his herd of buffalo.
When I think of buffalo, I think Wild West.
Well, these are Mediterranean water buffalo. There's also the sort of confusion between buffalo and bison. In the Wild West, it tends to be bison.
OK, so I'm getting my bison and my buffalo confused.
Yeah.
Why did you choose buffalo?
It's maybe not common in the UK, but it's huge in other parts of the world. People are amazed to hear that 12% of the milk consumed in the world actually comes from buffalo. Which
Really?
is massive, way more than goats. There's nearly 1 million of them in Italy. So we're bringing something to Scotland that's worked in other parts of the world.
And are buffalo suited to Scotland?
I'm pretty confident it's going to work even better here because Scotland produces amazing grass. And to make good milk, you need good grass. Obviously, they traditionally maybe come from hotter climates, but during the summer, they absolutely love it because we do get quite a lot of rain here and the buffalo love to go and wallow, so they'll create a muddy hole and they'll roll about in it, get covered and caked in mud, and we've now got over 500 animals on the farm. We started off just farming them for the meat, but we're now got ourselves in a position to be milking them and making some amazing products with their milk and doing the meat.
Buffalo may be more than happy with Scotland's rain, but they're less keen on the cold. They're kept under cover during the winter, where the milkers and young calves remain until the weather warms up.
Oh, hi. Hello. Hello, Pippa. Hello, Sunny Bell. Don't you eat my coat now? Don't you eat my coat?
Well, they seem to like you better than me, Bryony, already.
They love me. I think actually they like my coat. Don't you? Stop trying to eat my coat. So how old are these?
They'll be ranging between 6 weeks and 3 months. Some of these bigger ones will be getting pretty close to being weaned.
How long do they stay in here for before they go out and join the herd?
Come springtime, once they're 3 months old, they get to go out to grass and they'll start to, you know, we wean them off the milk and they'll start to eat grass.
The herd at this farm are used for both meat and dairy production, with their milk used for a range of foods from ice cream to the one perhaps most associated with buffalo, mozzarella cheese.
What do we have here?
What I believe to be the best buffalo mozzarella, definitely in Scotland.
Is that because it's the only one in Scotland?
Only one in Scotland, but...
What makes this Scottish buffalo mozzarella so special?
It's got to be about the flavour and the taste and the texture, so it should rip like a chicken breast, so... See how that texture there, just... See? That's what we're looking for. So I've got a wee pre-prepared one here for you on a stick to try.
Thank you very much. Now, what am I looking for here in terms of flavour?
I don't think mozzarella is designed to be overpowering. It's a very subtle flavours.
That is so creamy, and you can really taste the milk, and it just kind of falls apart in your mouth.
There's a wee twang to it, isn't there?
That's a great word.
A wee twang.
A wee twang. I am going to have another bit because it's really good.
Brine is really important, and the length of time it's in the brine, because you don't want it over salty, but you need a little bit just to soften that twang.
Thank you so much, Steve. I really feel like I've learnt a lot about Scottish buffalo, and I'm just going to take this last piece here because I don't want it to go to waste. As I come to the end of my time in Fife, I can't wait to find out if house buyers Emma and Anya have come to any big decisions over their move here. Now here we are, after a wonderful few days, and I feel like I've shown you a variety of different properties, but I think I know where you're leaning towards.
We're very heavily leaning towards one of them, and that's property number 2. We can't stop thinking about it, hoping to do a second viewing as soon as possible, and I think it's almost certain that we'll put in an offer.
That's wonderful. I'm absolutely delighted. So what was it about that property that won you over?
The proximity to the river, the garden space, which is a blank canvas at the moment, really. The fact that the wood burner is there heating up the whole house.
Yeah, I think it really captured our imagination about the life we could live.
You could finally have your tea room.
Yeah.
Chickens.
Chickens.
Donkeys. Of course, the most important question, will Peanut and Moisey, the cats, be happy in their new home?
Yeah, I think they'll love it.
I can see Peanut skipping through the grass.
Well, I want to wish you both the best of luck. It's been a pleasure going on this journey with you, and hopefully I'll be able to come back and visit when you've moved in.
Of course,
that would be great.
Excellent. And if you could have the donkeys by then, that'd be great.
We'll try.
Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Job done. And as I suspected, it was the outdoors that won over Emma and Anya. But of course, it's Scotland. It's all about the outdoors up here. I'm thrilled that they're going back for a second viewing on property number 2, with a view to putting in an offer. I wish them all the luck, and I know that they and their cat will be super happy in their new home. See you next time. In the end, Emma and Anya decided against the converted barn by the river. Instead, they had an offer accepted on a 6.5-acre smallholding in rural Ayrshire in southwest Scotland. We wish them all the very best with their Scottish escape. If you would like to escape to the country in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland or England and need our help, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.